Hi, welcome to today's yoga class. Today I have a yin practice specifically designed for release. So as we transition out of the winter stages of that season, we're coming into the spring where we're blossoming. The warm temperatures are here to stay finally. And we're just really wanting to focus on letting go of the old and coming into the new. So we'll be doing deep stretches, focusing on releasing through our deep connective tissues. No special props are needed, but of course, if you like to have a blanket or a block nearby to support you if needed, feel free to grab one. We'll go through a series of postures, and this practice will be 30 minutes. So when you're ready, we'll go ahead and just take a few minutes just to center and allow ourselves to come into this moment. So start off by taking a couple of shoulder rolls here in your easy seat. As you relax the shoulders away from the ears and then gently close your eyes. We're going to gently breathe in and out through your nose here. Allowing yourself to find just a bit of stillness in your mind, your body, allowing yourself to come into this present moment. And maybe as you continue to allow yourself to center, you begin to focus on a simple mantra of just breathing in here and exhaling now. Inhaling here. Exhaling now. As you continue to breathe, maybe repeat those words in your mind. And taking a few more moments, allowing yourself to remain present. We'll take one more slow breath in through the nose and gently release out of your mouth. From here, you can gently flutter the eyes open. So coming into our first posture, we're moving into a butterfly pose. So here you just bring the soles of the feet together and then you're allowing the knees to fall out to the side. As you gently inch your heels in towards your pelvis, you'll notice that your knees might be a little lifted if you're tighter in the hips. That's perfectly fine. You're going to gently allow the hips to relax and the knees may fall closer to the earth as you begin to hold the pose for longer. Two options here. You can either stay lifted, hands right at your side, either behind you or extending them out in front of you. If you want to go a little bit more, you can begin to fold forward, relaxing through the spine, tucking the chin towards the chest. So here you're just focusing on softening through all muscles. So resist the urge to have anything flexing and tight. Resist the urge to keep the length in the spine. Just allow everything to hang heavy. We'll just remain here for a few moments. Begin to send the breath in and out through the hip flexors as you find more softness in that area. And we'll find about 3 more grounding breaths here. And when you're ready, gently begin to peel yourself back up. Walking hands in, you'll bring the hands to the outside of the knees and bring the soles of the feet back to the mat. Two options here to counter: either place the soles of the feet on the mat and then just hang out here, or if you want some movement, you can gently begin to rock the legs side to side. Begin to find that countering action through both hip flexors. And as we move into our next posture of a cow face pose, we're going to start off by just extending both legs in front of us along the mat. So just finding that nice stretch in the legs, maybe hinging forward to find a brief forward fold. And then peeling yourself right back up. You're going to take a bend into that right knee to begin with and cross the foot over that extended leg. Once you're here, you're going to slowly lower that knee down to get it as close as you can to stack over the left knee. If you're pretty up here, that means that you're just tight on the outer part of that hip, so that's perfectly fine. If you're able to lay the knee down and you want to go a little bit more, go ahead, take a bend into the bottom leg, and you'll bring that heel back towards the opposite heel. So creating the stack shape, and you'll immediately begin to feel a stretch into your IT band and the outer part of your hip here. So a couple options: you can either stay lifted into your seat if you feel that this is enough sensation for you. If you want a little bit more, you can begin to fold forward and then go as far as you can, maybe dropping down onto your forearms, maybe staying lifted into the hands. The goal is to really experience that stretch into that leg. So keeping both hips even, gently relax through the lower half of the body, sending the breath where you need it. And we'll just take a couple of breaths here as you allow yourself to release and let go. Coming down to your final 3 breaths. And when you're ready, gently walking hands back in as you lift yourself up. We'll take a breath just to reset and then slowly unwind by releasing the bottom leg first and then the top. You can take a moment to shake the legs out and just pause here as we counter, either keeping them extended or take a bend in both legs and just allow yourself to reset. And as we move on to the other side, this time you're extending the right leg long, hugging that left knee in. Again, crossing that ankle over, allowing the knee to fall down on top of the extended leg. And then you can stay here, or if you want more, take a bend into that bottom leg, draw the heel towards your opposite hip. And then option to stay lifted, or if you want a little bit more, begin to walk the hands forward into your fold. And we'll find about 3 more breaths here. And when you're ready, gently walking your hands back in. You'll unwind the legs by releasing the bottom leg first and then the top, taking a moment to shake the legs out. And then we'll just pause here as we allow ourselves to counter. And then once you're ready to transition, we'll make our way onto our bellies to find some heart opening. So you're just coming right down onto your belly. We'll lay flat for a second. So dropping a cheek to one side and then just noticing the gentle curve of the spine, maybe shaking your hips as you allow yourself to ground a little bit more into the mat. And then we'll be coming in what's called Sphinx pose. So coming onto your forearms, placing your elbows right underneath your shoulders, spread the fingers nice and wide, and then you're drawing the shoulders forward as you find that space in your heart and spine. So from here, you're just creating that space along your collarbone, finding this gentle heart opener or back bend. Maybe allow the chin to drop down to the chest if that feels okay, but just remain lifted so that the shoulders aren't hunching up towards the ears. Find softness in your lower body, so relaxing through your glutes and legs. And then if you need to modify, feel free to walk the hands forward a little bit, creating that larger angle with the elbows away from your body, or find some support or cushion underneath your arms. The goal is to not white knuckle your way through. Of course, you'll find some discomfort, but if it gets to the point where it's too much, feel free to come out of the posture at any time. And we'll just take about 3 more breaths here. And when you're ready, gently lowering right back down onto your belly and dropping a cheek to one side. You can take a bend into the knees, gently windshield wiper the legs side to side. Then releasing the feet down, we'll bring our hands underneath our shoulders and shift back through table to move into child's pose. So big toe mounds come to touch, sink the hips towards heels and melt the belly over the thighs, and just release the forehead down. And when you're ready, slowly begin to peel yourself up. You'll sink back onto your hips as you swing the legs around, and we'll make our way down onto our back. So coming to lie down completely, you're finding a full body stretch, so reaching the hands over the head. And then we're moving into banana pose. So begin walking your feet over to the right side of your mat. Hands come to the right as well. If you want a little bit more, you're placing the left ankle over the right foot, but continue to ground through both feet, and you're focusing on grounding through both shoulders as well. You can also grab hold of the left wrist with the right hand, create more of that shape, and maybe take the gaze up and underneath the left arm. And we'll find one more full breath here. And when you're ready, walking your hands and feet back through center and then taking it to the other side. So over to the left, bringing right foot on top if you want that deeper stretch. Both hips remain grounded, and then swinging your arms over as well as you grab hold of your right wrist. Maybe take the gaze underneath the right arm as you remain grounded. And we'll take one more slow breath here. And when you're ready, walking hands and feet back to center, one stretch through the middle, and then bring in both knees into your chest. Give yourself a squeeze here. Maybe begin to rock side to side on your low back. Find a nice massage for the low spine. And from here, keeping your right knee hugged in, you're extending your left leg long onto the mat. Give it a little tug as you add a little bit of compression to the belly. Really find that stimulating for the digestive system. We'll just take a couple of breaths here. And from here, moving right into our supine twist. So extending the right hand out to the side and taking that leg across the body as you gaze over the right shoulder. Just finding that full wringing out through the back. Deep stretch in the outside of that right leg. We'll take 3 more breaths here. And when you're ready, gently returning back to your spine. Releasing the right leg long, you'll hug the left knee in. Again, giving it a little compression to the belly as you really breathe into that hip and hamstring. And then moving that leg right across the body, extending the left hand out to the side, finding that twist, gazing over the left shoulders. And find 3 more breaths here. And gently returning back onto your back, hug that knee into your chest. And then gently release the leg long onto the mat as we find our final relaxation of Savasana. So extending the legs long, hands out to your side. Just taking a few moments to let go of everything. Allowing yourself to soak in the lessons you've learned. Release whatever last bit you're holding on to that no longer serves you. Allowing yourself to remain here and now. And slowly begin to bring your awareness back into your body. Again, deepening your breath. Introducing some small movement like wiggling fingers and toes. Rotating your wrists and ankles. And reaching the arms long over the head for one more stretch. And then moving at your own pace, pull your knees in and then make your way up to a comfortable seat. On your next inhale, sweep both hands high to the sky. Palms pressed together, and exhale, hands right down to your heart center, sealing in your practice. Namaste.